Shri GURUBHYO NAMAHA. Salutations to all you. Welcome. Gratitudes and greetings and congratulations and the invocations of divine grace on all of us for all the times to come in all our noble conscious endeavors. The 13 Vyaktitvas of ours, which we have to full alertness develop. The Loka Sevaka, Dharma Sthapaka, Viragi, Bhakta, Shishya, Mumukshu, Jignasu, Shrota, Sadhaka, Parishrami, Prerita, Prashanta, Sanskrita Bhasha, Pravinata. 6 of the helps to us, the Parabrahma Tattva, the Ishvara Tattva, the Jaganmata Tattva, the Devata Ganas, the variety of Shastras that are available for us, and the Guru Ganas. When we listen to these things every day, if we can observe how much our mind is remembering them, sticking to them, staying on them, only involving in them, determines how clearly we have understood the importance of this and how clearly we are committed for our spiritual growth. Wonderful Upanishad, Shwethashwathara, first chapter, Jagat Karana Mimamsa Jignasa is going on. The purpose is when the Karana is known and we act from the Karana level perfectly correctly, at the Karya level we are free from problems, etc. This being the Upanishad, Upanishad being Brahma Vidya, through all this study we are led towards the Brahma Jnana only. Let us be focusing again through another Upanishad, as we have done so many earlier. Ishakena Kata Prashna Munda Mandukya Taittiriya Aitareya. Through this also let us touch that truth, the reality. That is the purpose for which we are seated. We are opening the Shastra every day. Today also with the Bhashyam, we will try to understand further, deeply regarding this Karana of this Jagat. And what are the things that are available for analysis are the Shruti Pramana, the Yukti, then the Dhyana. Mainly is the internal inquiry and contemplation. That is why Te Dhyana Yoga Anugataha Apashyan. Underline that point. In life, anything to be understood, Punya Papa, Dharma, Dharma, Tattva, Tattva, all of them are possible to be understood only when we enter into the dhyana sthiti, wherein we are using the buddhi, the vicharana, vichakshana instrument. Then only the picture starts becoming clearer. That is why te dhyana yoganugata. So what their Devatma Shakti Swaguna Nigudha. Quickly the Rishi Shwethashwathara has mentioned what they have found. Bhagavan Adi Shankara comes to help us to understand it in its various explanations. It's very beautiful, very touching, gives us broad vision as to how to understand. We have started seeing yesterday, so great discussion. 2-3 thoughts we saw, further we will see. Before that, our Sankalpa Prarthanas. Before that, our common sense thought for some time, as we do every day for a few more days. Today's thought is like this scheme, very simple, direct. In our life, From the time we became little conscious, maybe age of 12, 10, 11, till now, we have gone through a big period of life. In that period of our life, knowingly or unknowingly, because of any ignorance or selfishness, how many wrong things we might have done, adharma or papa, especially of troubling others, giving them misery by any means, चीटिंग करके या झूठ बोल के या धोखा दे के या गाली दे के, for whatever, for animals, for birds, plants, to the human beings, known and unknown, for little time of few seconds or maybe for little more time. On the road, the people who are traveling, unknowingly, we have troubled so many, our neighbors, our relations, family members, friends, colleagues, continuously. We are not a Brahmagnani seated that Sarvam Khalu Idam Brahma, that nothing of that sort happens. Many a times unknowingly only, sometimes losing the balance out of some wrath or anger. If in this one life period of ours, these many if might have done, how many we might have done in the past also. And as per the Karma Siddhanta, none of these things go waste. They give result. That is why in this life also, the variety of Sharirika, Manasika, Dukkhas we are having. Why this topic is taken up is only to say that as a result of all these bad karmas done, what type of janma we get further, we don't know. Always let's pray that the best comes. Best is human and human also, in that also best. उम्मीद तो रखना है. But same time, we don't know. According to the Lord's planning or decision for what sort of papa done, adharma done, or harm done to others, in what way He gives us the klesha, and to give us that klesha, in what circumstance He puts us, with what upadhis He puts us, with what people around us torturing, like in somebody's house. Want to do sadhana, but the husband and in-laws are such a terrible dushta that they don't give freedom at all to her. So her 30, 40 years in the samsara life just is spent without being able to do any sadhana because of that situation. Now she only brought that. Nobody gave her that. Example I am telling. In the human body only, if so many inconveniences can come for our sadhana. If we don't get the Manusha Sharira only, there is no question at all. And in how many ways, in how many lives, we may have to go through. ये भी नहीं बोल सकते. Think about that. The consequence of that is what? The consequence of the understanding of all that thinking is कि right now though we are human being. Focus on the present and calculate all the conveniences that we have quickly without much time. Then become wise, intelligent. Wisdom is this life of ours, which is also minute by minute, hour by hour oozing away. Let us use it. Use it for the best of the purpose. Because we don't know what we will be, what things will be around. And in the Israel, Gaza, Palestine, Ukraine, Russia, if there we are born, even though as human, or any such places, क्या पता ये बहुत ना पाप का फल क्या होने वाला है, इसका विचारना बहुत हेल्प करता है प्रेजेंट में, टू अवॉइड द carelessness, to avoid the negligence, to become careful. बहुत हेल्प करता है वो, हेल्प लेना पड़ता है, कोई हेल्प नहीं करते लाइफ में. वी हैव टू टेक हेल्प, take the help of this vicharana. Then in the present, okay, what to do? Spiritually, we have to grow. First thing in that is intellect. You know, in that intellect, the clarity is what all Shastras say. We try to know that or gain that, reach there, approach that. Having known, gained, reached which, there is nothing more remains to be gained and there is never coming back. This is what the intellect's thinking should be. Having gained which, nothing remains to be gained. Having known which, nothing remains to be known. Having obtained which, there is no more any conditioning or limitation. This is how the intellect has to be used, and with that, we have to think. Lucky for us, recently, only day before, we have in clear words have studied in our Atma Bodha. Do you remember? यल्लाभात् न परो लाभः यत्सुखान्न परं सुखं यज्ञानात् न परं ज्ञानं तद्ब्रह्मेत्यवधारयेत् यद्दृष्ट्वा न परं दृश्यं यद्भूत्वा न पुनर्भवः यज्ञानात् न परं ज्ञेयं तद्ब्रह्मेत्यवधारयेत्. In all variety of Shastras, Kasmin Vignate Sarvam Vignatam Yajnatva na iha bhuyah annat jnatavyam avashishyate. These mantras of the Upanishad Shastras have to be bodily lifted and brought into our intellection. This is a matured thinking. Let us not aim at those gains which are losable, which leave us back to square one, which are creating fear or giving limited things only. A wise person should be proving his wisdom in aiming at that which is eternal, permanent. This is a wisdom, this is a thinking, this is an intellect. Out of that thinking only, this understanding, conviction should come. Ki other than Brahma Prapti, there is nothing which not non-gainable, but which is not permanent, which inevitably pushes us back to where we are, a limited, miserable being. And little bit we have to start thinking, getting out of the moha. We will understand in our life, as we said yesterday in one of the class, what is that which we have not gained, which we have aimed at. All of things we are gaining, but which is the thing which is really either staying with us or giving us the completeness. सोचो देखो, स्कूल 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 गए, पढ़ा, बट दुख तो नहीं दूर हुआ. कॉलेज 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 गए, पढ़े, तो फिर दुख तो दूर नहीं हुआ ना. नौकरी 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 किए, बट लिमिटेशंस हैव नॉट गॉन. पैसे 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 विरान. All the money we got, direct, indirect, whatever means, more than required. But where is the final trupti or feeling of infinitude? No. Shadi shadi, curly, very excited and all. But again, children, own house, own house. What are the things we have not aimed at, we have not gained? What are the things which have given us the full satisfaction that finish now. Abhi I want nothing. Same like this is when you go to the more advanced countries like America, वहाँ जाकर भी यही हालत होगा. Same is when we go to the other worlds like Gandharvaloka, Yakshaloka, Kinnaraloka, जा सकते. Even go to Indraloka. Everywhere where we go, this remains. The question of returnability, the question of limitation, not infinite happiness, it is always there. Even go to Brahmaloka. ब्रह्मदेव के साथ बैठो डाइनिंग टेबल पे खाते खाते बिफोर यू स्टार्ट टेलिंग ब्रह्मदेव विल टेल यू व्हाट आर हिज प्रॉब्लम्स दिस हैज टू बी वेरी क्लियरली गॉट इन आवर इंटेलेक्ट अरे रामा so this intellection should make us clearly convinced that worthy of obtaining is only one, that infinite Brahmanubhuti. First, we thought about what has been done by us this life earlier, what Janma we are going to get, we don't know, convenient or not for sadhana, but right now, though, we are in human sharira. Then we started thinking with intellect to make best use of this life, and meaning of it is obtaining the greatest or the highest. And nothing higher than the Brahman, nothing worthy other than lower than Brahman. Clear. Then comes the next point is remember throughout life for spirituality or for that anything else, the first thing what is required is a qualitative time given for it. Giving time, qualitative time means a time with full attention, with concentration. Even भोजन के लिए भी to have proper meal, you have to give qualitative time. And not to be with the family members, to do our obligations, duties, हर जगह पे जैसा समय का आवश्यकता होता है देना. Spirituality में what thing which we miss is due time we are not able to give. That is only mismanagement. If we are convinced about the need of spiritual life, spiritual doings, then we have to become wise enough to give sufficient qualitative time. In that giving time only, the first thing is this thinking with the intellect, with which we are expected to understand, accept that only one permanent thing is there, infinite thing, the Paramatma. He alone is to be obtained. उसमें जब तक फिक्सेशन नहीं होता भटकते रहेंगे. अभी हम भटक रहे हैं, अर्थ क्या हुआ? फिक्स नहीं हुए. अभी वी आर deluded मीन्स इसमें फिक्स नहीं हुए, मीन्स sufficient thinking has not gone in that. You and I have to be more careful about it because we are every day getting the chance. सुबह दोपहर शाम we have to start using it. अब तक जो हुआ सो ठीक है. For whatever reasons we are coming, not coming, ठीक. अब तो थोड़ा सीरियस बनकर give time, give thinking, if not given already. कि to decide decisively once for all क्या पाना है. Because the entire further thinking, planning, execution depends on that only. First step we have to take correct. First step is what should be the goal. Isn't it? एक वहाँ अरे हवाई रोड में थोड़ा गलत रास्ता ले लिया, अब चलते जाएंगे लेकिन गलत जगह, गलत रास्ते में. सेम वे द करेक्ट वाला डिसीजन लिया, चलते रहेंगे बट ऑन द राइट वे. Give time, 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, but sit genuinely. Take pen, paper. What are the possible things that can be achieved by my effort in this remaining life or even further lives? List banao usme. We will find it. Every one of them will be limited only. All of them are already said by our great rishis in our Shastras. The two categories of things. One dharma artha kama, the other one is moksha. Dharma artha kama, limited attainments, endful. Moksha is the only one, infinite, permanent. Or the same thing they said in other language, preyo marga and shreyo marga. Same thing said as the anatma and atma prapti. Same thing is said as the superimposed and the substratum. In whatever the language is understandable, simply, whichever is simple to you. Sometimes simple things are told, tough things are told. We have to achieve the goal. For that, if simple things is understandable to us, simply only understand. Understanding is required. बड़े बड़े शब्द पकड़ में नहीं आते, छोटे शब्दों से काम कर लो. Like if I have to talk to you, I need not worry to get all the sophisticated English language with great vocabulary. That will make the thing complicated only. Simple, understandable भाषा में बात करने करो. Same way you understand. Permanent, temporary, anatma, atma, अर्थकाम धर्म one side, मोक्ष other side. किसी भी भाषा में समझ लो कि these are the possible things that can be achieved, which is worthy. There is our wisdom checked, tested beyond our emotions, beyond our attachments, beyond our vasanas. है ना? जिनका इमोशंस वासनास अटैचमेंट्स स्ट्रांग है, they will choose again the preyo marga even after making the homework or while making that homework, doing that homework. Those whose wisdom prevails more than the attachment, sentiments, emotions, vasanas, desires, they become very clear. Yeah, yes, sir, temporary, yeah, ये permanent. Great achievement, if one comes to that. First step, इसमें मैं गलत नहीं करना चाहिए. And that should be strengthened, deepened day by day. है ना, जैसे घर बनाना काम ना हो गया, it is strengthened, deepened every day by thinking about it. मुझे घर बनाना, मुझे घर बनाना. The deep strengthened thought only prompts us to plan and work for it. जब तक that strengthened desire is not strengthened of making the house, the topic comes again and again, but doesn't go forward. The moment the topic comes, immediately चलो बाद में सोचेंगे, बाद में देखेंगे. Like many people remember the class, those who know us, but चलो कल जाएंगे, परसों जाएंगे, देखा जाएगा, कोई नहीं. They don't even attend to that thought which God sends in their mind. कि चलो स्वामी जी चिल्ला रहे हैं, क्लास कर रहे हैं. He knows you, you know him. You both are brought together to study Shastra and reach me. भगवान याद कराते. But then they don't care it. They can't come. In the same way, if the house making is thought is not strengthened, anytime the thought comes, immediately the opposite thought of laziness, justification comes, which neutralizes this. Ghar banao. Same way, if you have not first of all understood Paramatma Prapti's ultimate goal, after that, if you have not strengthened it, no meaning in that understanding. And that strengthening should be so much, two things. Other than that, I want nothing, and that I want right now, here and now. Because of lack of these things only, still we are pursuing other things and we are procrastinating this thing. The reason for postponing this is sense of urgency is not there. The reason for pursuing other things is only this I want exclusively. That choice is not made. Therefore, we have to, after ascertaining to us Paramatma Prapti alone is worthy, then the single pointedness, matlab strengthening the desire to achieve it, that alone, along with it, in sense of urgency, जल्द से जल्द हमको चाहिए. ये सारा every one of us have to do the homework. That alone helps. For the sake of that only, all these listenings. The listenings, if they are not followed by that exercise and not resulted in these understandings and convictions, we are not helping us fully complete. We have to be very wise there. Like parents have sent us to college, but we are not fully involved in the studies. So we are not helping ourselves with the facilities given. और भेज रहे कॉलेज में प्रोफेसर्स पढ़ा रहे, फिर दिल दिमाग लगा के पढ़ो ना, फिर नहीं पढ़ा तो वी आर नॉट यूजिंग इट. सो टू द लॉर्ड्स हैज गिवन अ जॉब और अ प्रोफेशन ऑफ बिजनेस, तो जी जान लगा के उसका पूरा मेहनत करो एंड प्रॉस्पर इन दैट. नहीं कर रहे हैं तो वी आर लूजिंग इट, वी आर नॉट यूजिंग इट फुल्ली. सेम वे हियर आल्सो, we are getting chance every day to listen to Shastra. If it is not leading to our thinking and accepting Paramatma Prapti as the goal, and if that single pointed in that is not achieved, if the sense of urgency about it has not yet come, we are not fully using these opportunity blessings. This is one very important thought today we wanted to convey, so that you as a listener, I as a speaker, both are same boat. Somebody is rowing the boat, somebody is बैठ के रो रहे हैं उस बोट में, पर दोनों संसार समुद्र में ही है. वो इंग्लिश में रो कर रहा है ROW, हिंदी में रो रहा है. इतना ही फर्क. दोनों को पार करना है समुंदर, वो दोनों को मौका है डूबने का. Let us be serious, sincere, genuine in this aspect. Okay, first thing, nobody can do it for us. And any day, if we want to evolve, this is the thing we have to do. If that's the case, why not now? What for to postpone? You know, this is called as Buddhi Sattva Guna Vicharana. If that's not there in the Rajoguna, many other things take possession of our mind. तमोगुण है तो सोचेंगे ही नहीं, सुनेंगे ही नहीं, आएंगे ही नहीं. सत्वगुण का लक्षण ये है. Then these 5 things later on, 5 or 6, very, very essential. Once this first exercise is done, what is that first exercise? The 4 or 5 points. Imagine or think what we might have done in past, present, therefore, what life would be given later on. डर लगता है कभी कभी ना कि यमराज वेट कर रहा है, बट तेरे मर जा तो तेरा इस शरीर का होने जब व्हाट पाप यू हैव डन, उसके फल में ना तुमको ऐसा ऐसा शरीर देंगे, ऐसे ऐसे नरक भेजेंगे, ऐसे प्लान कर रहे हो. We don't know what how many people we have troubled or harmed. Knowingly 5%, unknowingly 95%. So उस डर के मारे इसी जन्म में मैक्सिमम साधना, स्पिरिचुअल साधना भी करें, प्रायश्चित्त करें, all of that. For that, take pen, paper and think about what is that to be achieved. The possible list of things. Categorize them into 2, permanent and temporary. Seek the eternal permanent. Up to this is one aspect. Second aspect is exclusiveness in that. नहीं तो फिर the other things take away your time attention. स्पिरिचुअलिटी में एक्सक्लूसिवनेस की बहुत जरूरत है. धीरे धीरे शनै शनै, as Vyas Vasishta ji said yesterday, धीरे धीरे उस स्थिति में आना, सडनली हम नहीं जबरदस्ती कर सकते. कीप दैट थॉट एंड ट्राई टू अचीव दैट exclusiveness. Then the sense of urgency. After this is done, now in our life, only these 5 or 6 things should be there. Okay. First and foremost, आत्मानुभूति. हो गया तो खेल खत्म, दुकान बंद. नहीं हुआ, then what is that with which gives the आत्मानुभूति? Only one thing, आत्म ध्यान. Therefore, keep doing आत्म ध्यान. Simple words we are using. If we are not able to do the Atma Dhyanam, which leads to Atma Anubhuti, then the lower one, lesser than that, is what? Atma Chintana. Atma Chintana, Atma Dhyana, Atma Anubhuti. All the time, taking time, make your place in your own house with whatever limited resources. Keep a board in your mind. Atma Anubhava Prayatna Sthala. you know, मन में ऐसा कहे कर. ये सब ना, as long as we don't do these things practically, with our little information, more arrogance, maximum carelessness, we are only cheating ourselves. Frequently, we have to go to that place. We should be like a diabetic patient. More diabetes, frequently we'll have to go to washroom. We have to frequently go to our Atmanamurti Kendra. है ना, केंद्र का हो, स्थल का हो, स्थान, व्हाट इज द नेम यू गिव. बढ़िया. आत्मानुभूति, a lesser than that is atma dhyana for it, a lesser than that is आत्म चिंतन for it. और उससे नीचे आ जाओ तो आत्म अध्ययन. In that आत्म अध्ययन, listening to Upanishads, studying the Upanishads, all of that comes. In that only we have to be. Atma Dhyana, Atma Chintana, Atma Dhyana, Atma Anubhuti. Sare Upanishadic mantras are only meant for that. You have heard already all Upanishads, so many of them. If this also we are not able to do, then a step lower than that is Ishvara Upasana. Upasana for this purpose only. Involve in that. Even that we can't do. Lesser than that is Ishvara Prarthana. Be in that mood. प्रार्थना. उपासना में प्रार्थना आ जाता है. उपासना नहीं कर पा रहे फॉर वॉट एवर रीजन, बट प्रार्थना टू हिम. ओ लॉर्ड, मे आई ग्रो स्पिरिचुअली, may I be able to do all that is required to be done. May I recognize the blessings and opportunities given by you and make best use of them. May I be strong enough, wise enough. All these prarthanas, all are for this only, not for anything. Even if prarthana we cannot do, then we have to do the punya karma. पुण्य कर्म. वो भी नहीं कर पाते तो सेवा कर्म. वो भी नहीं कर पाते तो लीस्ट वन इज द स्वधर्म कर्म. All this is in the positive direction, positive list of positive things. Anything other than is the destructive. Minimum is swadharma karma, higher than that is seva karma, higher than that is the punya karmas, higher than is that is prarthana, higher than that is the upasana of the Ishvara Paramatma, higher than that is आत्मा अध्ययनम, उससे बड़ा है आत्म चिंतनम, उससे बढ़कर है आत्म ध्यानम, जो आत्मानुभव देता है. And in all these things, unambiguous clarity, spashtata, alertness. Then why the whole day is given to us only for this? This is the meaning of Sarvadharman Paritejya Mamekam Sharanam. This is the meaning of Manmana Bhava Madbhakto Madhyaji. This is the meaning of Ananyas Chintayanto Ma. This is the meaning of Kena Upayayena Manaha Krishne Nimeshayet. This is the meaning what we are studying in the Atma Bodha text. And what Sri Vasishtha is going to teach Yoga Vasishtha. And through the Skanda Purana, what we are told to achieve is this only. In our Upanishadic classes, this is what it is. Spashtata in that, genuineness in that, sincerity in that, totally dedicating ourselves to that. These all have to come from within. है ना, कुछ अपने दिमाग से आते हैं, कुछ शास्त्र पढ़ने से खुलता है दिमाग. बहुत कुछ जो है भाई ईश्वर कृपा, गुरु कृपा, इट हैपेंस. अगर शास्त्र पढ़ो, दिमाग लड़ाओ, प्रार्थना करो फॉर दी awakening to these wisdoms, for the convictions in these things. Otherwise, our life is, very bad example. Like that buffalo, 10 shampoos we have used and washed it, gave it a good bath. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता उसको. So we are also washed with the 10 shampoos of 10 Upanishads. But फर्क नहीं पड़ा तो फेलो नहीं है हम. Isn't it? All said and done, please let us do these two things. Take away time from destroying things and give our time for these things. सबसे बड़ा रहस्य इसी में, सारा जादू काल में ही होता है. Time, where we are giving, to what we are giving, उससे निकाल कर इधर देना. Once you start giving time, then we start giving our mind and intellect. Then we start giving ourselves exclusively for that. This is how it happens. Everything, a mango plant is giving whole time to itself. Then only it's growing and giving mango fruits. It's not worried about the apple or coconut. So to an apple tree, exclusively gives time and effort to bring out apple from it. It forgets the whole world in that process. They don't even remember the existence that there are other plants, other fruits are there. होने हम होंगे, होने दो, हमें क्या, हमको तो अपना एप्पल देना है. Isn't it? The reverse. Beautiful example. Na? There are 100 directions where the river can go. Let them be there, but my direction is only towards the ocean. You understand? ऊबड़ खाबड़ ऊपर नीचे होता है वो, but never misses its single-pointed destination of reaching the ocean only. Like that, hundreds of examples we can observe and learn from them. So today's our thought is a complete one. Hopefully it is useful. Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo ब्रह्मविद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं वदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। ओम शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्य कृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ओम निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ओम विदितानमया विशदैककला न च किञ्चन काञ्चनमस्ति गुरो धृतमेव विदेहि कृपां सहजां भव शङ्कर देशिकमे शरणम्। ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि। परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषदाचार्येभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां कृपया उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन मोक्षप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थं धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्यशंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम नित्यानन्दं निराधारं निखिलाधारमव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्। ओम अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः शान्तिमन्त्रः। ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ओम अथ पारायणं 6 to 10। ओम सर्वाजीवे सर्वसंस्थे बृहन्ते अस्मिन् हंसो भ्राम्यते ब्रह्मचक्रे पृथगात्मानं प्रेरितारं च मत्वा जुष्टस्ततस्तेनामृतत्वमेति उद्गीतमेतत् परमं तु ब्रह्म तस्मिन् स्त्रयं सुप्रतिष्ठाक्षरं च अत्रान्तरं ब्रह्मविदो विदित्वा लीना ब्रह्मणि तत्पराः योनिमुक्ताः संयुक्तमेतत्क्षरमक्षरं च व्यक्ताव्यक्तं भरते विश्वमीशः अनीशश्चात्मा बध्यते भोक्तृभावात् ज्ञात्वा देवम् उच्यते सर्वपाशैः ज्ञाग्नौ द्वावजावीशनीशौ अजाह्येका भोक्तृभोग्यार्थयुक्ता अनन्तश्चात्मा विश्वरूपो हि अकर्ता त्रयं यदा विन्दते ब्रह्ममेतत् क्षरं प्रधानममृताक्षरं हरः क्षरात्मानावीशते देव एकः तस्याभिध्यानात् योजनात् तत्त्वभावात् भूयश्चान्ते विश्वमाया निवृत्तिः। 5 श्लोक पारायण to become familiar every day we are doing. Okay, now in that third mantra, ते ध्यान योगानुगता अपश्यन् देवात्मशक्तिं स्वगुणैर्निगूढां यः कारणानि निखिलानि तानि कालात्मयुक्तान्यधितिष्ठत्येकः। Fine. The earlier discussions, we leave it to you. We start from here. Tatra ayam pariharaha. To all the 7 questions regarding the Brahman to be the Karana of the Jagat. This is the parihara answer. Listen carefully. 1. This Brahman is na karanam na api akaranam. Na cha ubhayam na api anubhayam. Neither is the cause nor is not the cause. Neither is both of them nor is not both of them. So these type of very straight, powerful words tell us that the Brahman is such an exclusive thing that in that none of these things are there even to talk about, think about. Then it is said, Etaduktam bhavati. What is it? Advitiyasya paramatmanaha na swataha karanatvam. The Advitiya, pure, immaculate, one without second Brahman, in that there is no karanatva for that jagat. This jagat means he is not the direct karana, na swataha karana. From his own standpoint, he is always in that Brahma Swarupa sthiti. Swataha is not karana. Upadanatvam nimittam cha, nimittatvam cha. By himself, he doesn't become. By himself, he doesn't become. Try to catch this point. But again, he himself is both upadana nimitta because of his Shakti. Upadana nimitta. But the funniest part is what he himself is again nimitta upadana because of the Devatma Shakti. So, Advitiyasya Paramatmana na swataha karanatvam upadanatvam nimittatvam cha. From his own standpoint, he is not karana for the jagat. So, in him, purely, there is no jagat at all. He alone is there. Catch the basic thing, and this is our goal also. Now, second one. Second point. What is there in the mantra? What they have discussed or contemplated, they understood. What is it? कि यद उपाधिकम अस्य कारणत्वादि. देखो, जिस उपाधि के कारण इनको कारणत्व दिया गया, जबकि स्वतः कारण नहीं है. Remember the point, स्वतः is not कारण. But what is it? यद उपाधिकम, जिस उपाधि के कारण, अस्य कारणत्वम, he has got the कारणत्व identity. ओके, यद उपाधिकम अस्य कारणत्वादि. ध्यान से सुनिएगा. तदेव कारणम. In fact, that is the karanam. And which karanam? Nimittam. Now here is nimitta is not the intelligence cause, but became a reason. निमित्त के दो अर्थ होते हैं. निमित्त कारण means the efficient cause. Nimitta also means what? Means. Like, why did you go to hospital? I had to take my mother-in-law. So she became nimitta, the means for you to go to hospital. Otherwise you did not go. To just get her checked up. So इसी तरह is Devatma Shakti became nimitta for the Paramatma to become nimitta and upadana karana for the Jagat. Second thing is what? Not only it has become the nimitta means, second word is what? Tadeva prayojakam. वो प्रयोजक भी वही है ना. निमित्ता is mother-in-law. प्रयोजक only, also her only, she only. She said, बहू चलो मेरे साथ, मैं अकेले नहीं जा सकती. She became the means, she became the propelling factor. प्रयोजकं कहते हैं, उन्होंने उनको प्रयोजित किया है. In this way only the Brahma Tattva's innocence and exclusiveness, purity, immaculateness is maintained, which is our goal. उस ब्रह्म तत्व का दर्जा अलग ही है, उनको वहीं रखना है. सेम टाइम उनके बिना कुछ नहीं हो सकता. So neither swatah is nimitta upadana karana, but because of some upadhi which has become nimitta as well as prayojaka, the karanatva in the Brahman is apadita. Okay, tadeva prayojakam nishkrushya darshayati is being said in this mantra. What is that darshayati? Devatma shaktim iti. So simple point, Brahman by himself is not the Swayam Karana, but this Devatma Shakti is the one which is his Upadhi, which is the prompter to make him the Karana, and which is the one which has become means. बोथ निमित्त बन गया, प्रयोजक भी बन गया, ये देवात्म शक्ति, जिसे भगवान परब्रह्म जो है कारण बने, स्वयं नहीं है वो. This separation we should understand the difference between these two. Pure Brahman swatah no karana. Upadhi is the karana. Upadhi cannot be independent of the pure Brahman. Therefore, pure Brahman is karana without being karana for the Jagat. Without being karana because swatah no. Karana because it is his Atma Shakti. Clear? Now the third point. What is this Devatma Shakti? 4-5 things are told to us for the next 2-3 paragraphs. बढ़िया सा ध्यान से सुने. पहली बात, what is even देवात्म शक्ति? is देवस्य षष्ठी विभक्ति है ना. राम बाण मतलब रामस्य बाणः, राम जी का बाण. और राम मंदिर मीन्स रामस्य मंदिर. और राम प्रसाद मीन्स रामस्य प्रसाद. रामानुग्रह मीन्स रामस्य अनुग्रह. So therefore Devatma Shakti means Devasya Atma Shakti. So Devatma Shakti means Devasya. Who is Deva is explained here. Dyotanadi Yuktasya. This Dyotanadi Yukta, Dyotana means Chaitanya Swarupa. Adi means Sat and Anand. तीनों ऐड कर लो. Therefore Sachidananda is the Deva here. Of him. Of that Sachidananda Dyotanatmaka Deva. Devasya Dyotana Adi Yuktasya means Sachidananda Yuktasya. And who is he? Who is the wielder of his Shakti? Which is Shakti? In other texts called as Maya. Therefore Mayinaha. जिनकी माया शक्ति है. Then Maheshwarasya with his Maya is a Mahaishvara. We can do Srushti Sthitilaya Ityadi. Yet he is not touched by any one of them. Therefore Paramatmanaha. देव का इतने पद हो गए और हर एक पद के साथ षष्ठी विभक्ति एडेड. देवः देवस्य, अरे मायावी मायिनः, महेश्वर महेश्वरस्य, परमात्मा परमात्मनस्य परमात्मनः. संस्कृत भाषा षष्ठी विभक्ति. ऑफ दिस परमात्मा, सेकंड वन इंपॉर्टेंट थॉट, आत्मभूता मीन्स अस्वतंत्र. आत्म शब्द है ना उसमें. सो देव आत्म शक्ति, तीन शब्द उसको अलग एक्सप्लेन करना है. देव इज एक्सप्लेन्ड. सच्चिदानंद रूप, माया को वील करने वाला, महाईश्वर है, परमात्मा है. These are the words we have to value. Of that Paramatma, Atma Shakti means what? Atma Bhutam. Atma Bhuta means which is at no point of time separate from him. It is his own, its Atma is he only. Atma Bhutam. मतलब भगवान ही उसका आत्मा है. And to make it simpler, Aswatantram, which is not Swatantra, separate. So देव का आत्म शक्ति है, उनसे अलग स्वतंत्र नहीं है वो वाला शक्ति. To make this Vedantic point clear, the Sankhyan's thought of Prakriti being other than Purusha is strongly, vehemently rejected here by Sri Adi Shankara in the Bhashyam, because he has got the authority here. देवस्य आत्म शक्ति, जब कहते हो आत्मा तो फिर वो उससे अलग नहीं हो सकता ना. दैट इज वाई अपृथक भूता अस्वतंत्र, never separate from him, never independent of him. That Shakti whose Atma is Paramatma only. और आत्मा हमेशा रहता है. Like the gold is Atma of the ornament. In ornament, all the time the gold is there. So, Mayinah Maheshwarasya Paramatmanah Atmabhutam Aswatantram. Atmabhute Aswatantra. Now he is rejecting the Sankhyan's thought of Prakriti alag, Purusha alag. He says, Na Sankhya Parikalpita Pradhanadi Vat Prutak Bhutam. सांख्यों ने जो कल्पना करके उसको प्रधान नाम देकर वो पुरुष से पृथक अलग है जो बता रहे ना, वैसा नहीं है वेदांत में. और उनका क्या है? स्वतंत्र शक्ति. सो जो सांख्यों के समान जो स्वतंत्र नहीं है, सांख्यों के समान जो आत्मा से पृथक नहीं है, अस्वतंत्र और अपृथक है, वो देव का आत्म शक्ति है. दट कारणम अपश्यन. So they have seen that as the karana. Avashyan means they have understood. आंखों से नहीं दिखता हो. So that Shakti whose Atma is Paramatma, that Shakti therefore which is never prathak from Paramatma, that Shakti therefore which is not Swatantra, that is the one which is found as the cause by them. And that Paramatma is, he is Maheshwara, is a Paramatma, and is Mai, and is Dyotana Yukta. So, द्योतन युक्त माई परमात्मा जो ईश्वर है, उनसे अलग नहीं रहने वाली, पृथक नहीं रहने वाली, स्वतंत्र नहीं रहने वाली माया इज द कारण. अपश्यन. This much. Now, darshayishyati cha. In this very Upanishad, it will be told. Mayam tu prakritim vidyat, mayinam tu maheshwaram. Prakriti is called as Maya. And who is Ishvara Paramatma? He is the Mayi to whom this belongs. Right? And in our other discussions, 100 times we saw, Shakti cannot be without Shaktiman. Maya, Prakriti cannot be without Mayi, Purusha. All the time. Purusha can be without, like I can be without talking, but talking of me cannot be without me. That talking is my Prakriti, Maya. I am the Purusha. Yours is listening. That is your Shakti. That cannot be without you. You can be without listening, and that's what you do whenever chance is there. So, Mayinam. यहाँ तक आ गए हम. Next one is what? Mayam to Prakrvidyat, Mayinam to Maheshwaram. Tata Brahme. So in the Brahma Purana also it is said, what is that? Esha, this Chaturvimshati Bheda Bhinna Maya. That which is made out of the 24 tattvas, Maya, Para Prakriti. That Para Prakriti, main one, in whose permutation combination entire Jagat of multiplicity is seen now, that Para Prakriti, Tat Samutta. It is Tat means Parabrahma. Samutta means it has come from him only. It has expressed from him only. It is an inseparable thing from him. It is never independent of him. It is never separate from him. Independent is Swatantra. Separate is Prathak Bhuta. जो separate नहीं है, पृथक इंडिपेंडेंट नहीं है, स्वतंत्र, वो वाला शक्ति करके ब्रह्म पुराण में भी हमको कहा है वो बात. ठीक है. देन इन गीता ऑल्सो तथा च मया अध्यक्षेण प्रकृति सूयते सचराचरम. So in my presidency, Adhyakshata, the Prakriti is the one which is projecting the entire Charachara Jagat. Suyate is delivered or created. Doesn't matter words. In another Upanishads, creation is not possible. It is only projection. Because from nothing creation cannot come. From something creation cannot come. From nothing क्यों creation नहीं आता? Because from nothing something cannot come. From something creation cannot come. Why? Because something is already there. Then on that something projection is creation. Like a chair cannot come from nothing, a chair cannot come from the wood. Why the chair cannot come from the wood? Because wood is already there. Then what is chair? A projection on the wood. एक चीज ऑलरेडी है, वो और कुछ दूसरा कैसा बनेगी? बनेगी तो ओनली प्रोजेक्शन है. इट इज ऑलरेडी वुड. You can't make it zero, because if it becomes zero, nothing from that chair never comes. From the wood, only the chair has to come. How? By projection. Wood is a substratum. So from the nothing, Paramatma, Jagat cannot come. From Paramatma also Jagat cannot come, because Paramatma is already there, no? Then what is Jagat? On him projection. That will be told. From that standpoint, it's only projection, not creation. Creation हो, projection हो, words क्या है बात समझ लो. तो यहाँ सूयते द वर्ड इज यूज्ड गीता में. मया अध्यक्षेण प्रकृति सूयते सचराचरम. ओके, नेक्स्ट वन वर्ड. Second line, Devatma Shakti. That Deva Atma Shakti will be explained in 3 more ways in the subsequent paragraphs. Before that, Bhagavan Shankara is completing the shloka Bhashyam. What is the meaning of Swagunair Nigudam in one para? What is the meaning of Yakkaranani Nikilani Tani Kalatma Yuktani Aditishthati Ekaha? इन दोनों को बताकर फिर से देवात्म शक्ति will explain in 3 or 4 ways, basing on different Upanishads or Purana for our expanded, clear, doubtless, pakka understanding. And what is the understanding? Brahman, Maya Shakti, creation, their relation. Creation is never independent, it's created. Created by the Maya. Maya cannot create without Paramatma. Paramatma is not the direct creator. Then what's Maya? A specific power which is projecting this Rupanamatmak Jagat on Brahman only. And how it works? The 3 things. The Avarana, the Vikshepa, the Aropana. All these we will be studying. Therefore, what you see is Brahman only. If you are not seeing Brahman, you are covered by Maya. Remove the Maya, Brahman is seen. Or see the Brahman, Maya is gone. Like what you are seeing is wood only. If you are not saying it is wood, your mind is covered by Maya. What is that Maya? Which has hidden the wood, which has projected the chair, and which is superimposed chair on the wood. What is to be done then? You just see wood as wood. Purely. When you see the wood as wood, there is no chair which is projected. Okay. That's why the Brahma Drishti. Brahma Jnana. Brahma is Sachidananda. So Sachidananda Brahma is Sarvavyapaka. He is to be thoroughly mastered this knowledge. That's called Brahma Jnana and Brahma Drishti. When we meditate and go beyond 5 koshas, it's called Brahmanubhuti. Reveling in that only. We get carried away in the chairs and table stools. No, it is wood. First hold on to wood. पहले wood को पकड़ो, then कुछ भी बोलो. पहले ब्रह्म को पकड़ो, फिर कुछ भी बोलो. Our purpose of study of Upanishad is this. For that, after the study, we have to do tremendous contemplation. Then always revel in that thought of Brahman. Like Rama Bhakta revels in Rama Nama, Rama Guna, Rama Leela, Rama Rupa, Rama Dhamma. So do Vedanti revels always in Brahma, Brahma, Brahma. Brahma is Sachidananda, Sachidananda Brahma is a substratum. On that only everything is superimposed. Superimposed is never real. Brahman alone. This is called Brahmanu Chintanam. This is called Brahmabhyasa. Brahmabhyasam vidurbudaha. Tat chintanam, tat kathanam, anyonyam tat prabodhanam. Etad ekaparatvam cha brahmabhyasam vidurbudaha. Slowly, we have to reach to that level. When we are qualifying like this, by our study, by our desire, the Lord will take us to that position, that place, where we do that exclusion. अभी फंसे हैं संसार में, इतना फंसे हैं कि ये करना चाहिए करके नहीं भी नहीं पता. निरंतर ब्रह्म चिंतन करना है, ये बात भी दिमाग में नहीं बैठ रहा हमारा. That much we are caught up in the obligations, in the duties, in the desires. We have to come out of this commotion. This qualifies us. When we study Shastra, when we understand Brahma Tattva, when you want to experience it, when we know that to experience it, we have to be always the Brahma Chintaka. And when the desire is there for that, okay, तुम्हारा desire बदल रहा है, चलो तुम्हारा position बदल देंगे. Bhagwan does it. The totality does it. I'm just telling which is not here, but in the context. So, Swagunair Nigudham is the second line we have to understand here. So, he says Swagunaihi means Prakriti Karya Bhutaihi Prutivyadivihi cha Nigudham Samvrta. That Devatma Shakti is hidden. That Devatma Shakti, that Maya Shakti, the Prakriti Shakti is always hidden only. By what? Swagunaihi. By its own gunas. Therefore, directly you can't see it. Swagunaihi Niguna. And what are the gunas here in this particular place mentioned is आगे दूसरी बात बताएंगे. यहाँ कहते हैं पृथिव्यादि विहि. Okay, Prakriti, its three gunas, and from that came the Pancha Mahabhuta, Prithvi, Abha, Teja, Akasha, Vayu. Because our drushti is in that only. And our upadhis of Indriyas, Mana, Buddhi, also related to these Pancha Mahabhuta only. Isn't it? Therefore, we are able to see only that, and beyond that we can't see. That is the meaning of Swagunaihi Nigudha. Pancha Mahabhuta are the Swagunas of that Maya. Because of them, the Maya as it is never perceivable. उसका limitation है वैसे. Only through higher subtle intellect we can understand. That is said in the next line. Before that he says कि कार्य आकारेण कारण आकारस्य अभिभूतत्वात्. कार्य आकारेण. Because the karya is the chair, akara is its shape and its utility. Because of that predominance of the karya akara, the karana, the wood, is abhibhuta, is always covered. कोई भी फर्नीचर शॉप में लकड़ी नहीं बेचता है ना. Furniture, they sell only furniture. They talk in the language of the chairs and tables and stools only. What's happening there? The karya akara of chair table is doing abhibhuta, abhibhavanam, overpowering of the karana, the wood. हमेशा ये होता है. कार्य आकारेण कारण आकार अभिभूतत्वात्. Then कार्यात् पृथक् स्वरूपेण उपलब्धुम अयोग्यम इत्यर्थ. Therefore, in the karya rupa only it is available for our perception and covered by that karya rupa. What? The karana rupi, that Devatma Shakti. So Swagunair Nigudha means Swaguna is the karya. Because of the attention on that karya, the effect, the karana, the Devatma Shakti Nigudha, it is covered or not seen or hidden. Okay. तथा च प्रकृति कार्यत्वं गुणानां दर्शयति व्यासः. Vyasa Bhagavan says the gunas are the karya of the prakriti, the effect. How? Sattvam rajastamaiti gunaha prakriti sambhavaha. Perfect words. Sattvam rajastama are the gunas. Sattvam rajastama are the gunas. They are where they have come from, prakriti sambhavaha. That prakriti or maya or devatma shakti. From this sattvam rajastama guna, from the tamo guna, as we have seen day before yesterday in our Skanda Purana exhaustively, the Pancha Tanmatras, the Pancha Mahabhutas, the Sula Shariras, the Shabda Sparshadi Vishayas. Yesterday only we saw again. From the Rajoguna, the Jnanendriyas, the Karmendriyas, the Pancha Pranas. From the Sattva the Adhisthana Devatas and the Antakarana. Kal dekha humne na. So where we are totally caught up in now? The Antakarana, the Jnanendriyas, the Karmendriyas, the Stula Deha, the Jagat of Shabdasparsha Prasagandha. What are all these things? They are all the Karya effects of what? The three gunas. What are the three gunas? Are the Karya of what? The Prakriti. So by being caught up in these things, their immediate Karana called Trigunas only we cannot see. Then how can we see the Trigunas ka Karana called as the Prakriti? It is always like that. That with the naked eyes it cannot be seen. But with the intellectual, this type of dhyana yoga gata buddhi, it can be understood. By superficial mind intellect also, it can be understood. In this way, if Devatma Shakti, the Mula Prakriti, the Maya, itself is beyond our comprehension, how can the Brahman be in our comprehension of the Upadis? But it is experiential. He is understood this way only, that he cannot be understood. He is understood to be the substratum of all. That's how it is understood. But it is not experienced that way. Only when we transcend the Upadhi, we will experience it. ये वाले बातें होते हैं. सो सगुणैर निगुणा मतलब वो अपना माया शक्ति आपका सगुण है 3 गुण और उसी से सारा ये 24 चीजें आए हैं and we are caught up in them. Therefore we cannot apprehend the cause, the Prakriti. Generally people, those who have studied Shastras and did practice, trained themselves, then when they see the Karya, they go to the Karana. Then from the Karana, they go to the Karya Karana Atita Parabrahma, which is the purpose of all these Upanishads. Upanishad is not here to prove the Jagat is the Karya, the effect, the real, and the Maya is the Karana. No, no. उपनिषद का उद्देश्य ब्रह्म तत्व में ले जाना. But we are seeing this world, we have to transcend it. We can't transcend the world by jumping out of the world. We can transcend it only in our understanding. Then in meditation. Whole Vedanta is understanding and meditation. First we understand the subject matter pakka, and on the meditational state we transcend. Just like in Nidra, we transcend Jagrat and Sapna and go to a different world altogether. So in meditation, we transcend all these three and go to the world of Brahman. Experience it. For that, you need to have clear knowledge. This is the knowledge. Now, what is the meaning of Yakkaranani, Nikilani, Tani will be told. Then again, Devatma Shakti is explained in 2 or 3 ways. This shloka being crucial, we are pondering over it more, and Bhashya has got that content to convey to us. And we have heard just now, and we know how much information is given to us. Which you know, even if you don't attend the Upanishad and all, ये सारा कहाँ मिलेगा हमको? बस स्वगुणैर निगुणः only. The Maya Karya of the Jagat only we take it as real and we are lost in Mudha Jnani. Om 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 ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो परम ऋषिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे नमः। तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु। Continue tomorrow, friends. Join in 5 minutes.